Okay, everything's looking good. And it says it's 135, is that? Yeah, that looks right. So 0135. And that will be our start time. Okay. Well, you know, the more I think about it, I think I'll play for more than an hour this time. Yeah, that kind of makes sense to me. I mean, we've got a lot going on, but then again, we need to open up a lot. And that usually translates into more than an hour of game play time. Well, let's see. Right now, what have we got unlocked? Anything? Well, T3 Mutant. Oh, T1 Aquarium. See where he did that. How about over here? No, I'm not seeing any real difference. We've already been installing those. And we are 100% into the fish mode. But that's kind of strange. I don't see. Where is the where is the fish farm? There's the frog farm. Frog eggs. Animal shelter. Animal feed. We need this to open up before we would really do anything with fishing. Yep. So I think what we're going to have to do... They do provide an aquarium. But that would suggest that we can do fish eggs. And that doesn't seem to be happening yet, does it? Huh. Kind of odd, because we haven't gotten any fish eggs yet. And before we can get real serious with fish, we gotta have this open. Because we gotta have that photoplankton. And we want to put this in different places on the map, because depending on where we place those water life collectors will determine what kind of fish eggs we find. The photoplankton is pretty much generic to any place we put those. You got types A, B, and C. And for 87 ppm, yeah, we're only at 71. So this really isn't going to make much difference to us. And it seems kind of premature to try to put that in anywhere. Okay, well anyway, of course I've got fish eggs hanging on the wall here. If I, take down these displays, but you normally can't do that at this particular time. You can't even do all of these by now. So yeah, I would say what we should be doing, what we should focus on is going around looking at our options for finding wrecks. Now normally you would collect about 3 or 4 of these. If you don't have 100% oxygen, of course we do, then you collect at least 2 of those most likely. And we would want probably about that many of those. Nothing out of there. Water would be what we would want, and water is right here. So we want about 4 of these maybe to start with, because you don't have to carry them around. You could drop them right outside the shelter or the crashed spaceship. Let's see, oh, that's right. Yeah, we moved it. And we never did come back and decide to fill this in, which would be natural. The next step. Well, I could do that off camera some other time. Alright, now one other thing that would be very, very useful, and that was take our rover with us. And as long as this is empty, and it is, we can press right there and boom. Now if you want to, you can drive it around, but right now we don't have unlimited oxygen or anything. Of course, I guess that doesn't matter since we have unlimited oxygen all over this planet. We've got all these trees and stuff in, and flowers all over the place. So let's see, the first place you normally do is right up here, not too far from where we've established our base and the generic spot everyone is encouraged to start with their first base build. And if I remember right, we've already got everything we can out of here. Now I'm going to go ahead and do these, even though you don't have this unlocked most likely. But also notice that it doesn't give me anything. It says, hey, you're not playing a normal game. You don't need to keep that stuff. Did we leave? No, we didn't. We didn't leave any suits behind to look at later. Somewhere around there, I've stored some more suits. Yeah, we've already got that one. And yeah, let's go ahead and finish these up. But of course you wouldn't be able to do that until you've got the T2 deconstruction tool loaded up. And it just supposed. Now this one does not seem to have the reactor. So we can't hope to get another access to anything. Now, we did build some bridging up here, didn't we? Wait a minute, we got something right here. Oh, we just had leftovers. And we've got water already collecting. And then earlier live broadcast recording, we went up the right over here. Yeah, and then we put all those little spots we could jump around on to get from one place to the next. Now that we've got the jetpack, of course we can fly up here. But it would still be the same basic thing. You'd find a place like this you can go across, or you'd bring a bunch of extra iron with you so you can put some foundations on. These would make like natural bridges. Then also you'd have these places here. If we get close enough, you see the word climb popped up. So we just left click. Boom, we're at the top. So we can pick up our super alloy. And we can pick up these crates, which usually have some goodies. And here's another super alloy. And there's our base way out there by the lake. And there's a crashed spaceship we've already cleaned out. So now your only challenge is getting from one place to the next. And we just came up that vine right there. And let's see, we got another vine going across here anywhere? That one goes down, but it doesn't seem to offer us any real advantage. So hopefully we brought a bunch of iron with us, which we did not. Since this is creative mode, we don't need to do that. And we would look for the most narrow spot to go across. And it looks like it might be right here. So that's when we would come up here and start putting in some foundations. That would be a good first one. And we're using, of course, the control key. Make ourselves a little bridge right across here. And yeah, we'll close up that gap while we're at it. And we'll just, didn't want to pick it up. Much more super alloy. Now technically picking up all the super alloy, it's, must be do I need to get closer or something? Doesn't want me to pick that one up for some reason. Oh well. We've already got a bunch of super alloy coming in from different places, so this is really not a high priority for us. Alright, what else we got in here? Well, I don't need this, so I'll put this back in there. I'll take these. I'll organize it. And let's see. We're making these like hand over fist, so no use to keeping those. Technically, I don't need to keep those since I've got lockers full of this. So, yeah, what can I say? We're collecting this like crazy, so it's the same situation again. Now, what we could do is put down a foundation anywhere on the game, because the foundations are allowed to go anywhere you want. And I'd put it there, and then I'd put a larger storage locker on here. And it's kind of like you're planning for the future. Oh, there we go, we got that time. So I would start putting all this stuff that I have lots of already and don't really need to collect. Yeah, technically I can make all that I want. Well, my drones don't seem to be collecting this often enough, so I might need to put that at a higher priority. And just to make sure that we don't try to check that box again. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here. Then I'm going to use the super duper lazy drone manager game option. Now that I've got this up here and it's almost full, go here and I say I'll supply anything and everything out of there, and I'll set it up on here to 4. That way the drones should focus on getting everything out of there, as long as there's space available for it in storage. And since we put our storage near our auto crafters, that stuff will get used eventually. Alright, I don't see any reason to climb this, and it's not giving us the climb option either. Okay, go across. Yeah, I think I'll put a bridge up. So you will bring with you a lot of iron. And that looks like a good spot for it. Okay. And we can go across right here. There we go. And they gave us another bridge to go across on. So we'll just walk across here. Oh, let's go ahead and pick all this stuff up. Is there any more over here? Yep, there is, right there. This is, oh, there's another piece I'm having trouble collecting. Look at that. Let's see if the same thing works again. No, it didn't work that time, did it? So we'd go ahead and pick it up. Big ferns are trying to hide the edge from me. But anyway, from up here, this high elevation, you can see the whole area that you probably will start. And then of course down there in the water at about that position there is where the escape pod crashed. That guy's very highly elevated, isn't he? Wow, look how high up in the air he is. And what are we supposed to be looking at over here? That looks like a heater, doesn't it? Seems like a strange place to put a heater, but anyway. Alright, so jump back up on here. And you'd think you'd fall through the holes, but it doesn't seem to happen. Oh wait, am I full? No, my inventory's not full. I thought that might explain why I can't pick these up. I guess you'd have to say the game still has some issues. Some of it you can pick up and some of it you can't. No, I don't want that. No, it won't let me. It's a teaser. Alright, so we could fly down to a lower elevation, but we haven't explored all this yet. Yeah, it's got a bug of some sort. Now we have another bridge option. Try not to fall off. Well, look at that. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but anyway. Unless it's an elevation from a lower spot. Oh, there's one that'll pick up. Alright, so what do we want to do from here? Yeah, you see the drones going up there? Even butterflies. And they're trying to empty out that crate. Oh, it's a way to go down. Well, I don't want to go down, I want to go across, even though I'm not expecting to find too much there. If I keep going this way, yeah, I think I'll do that. But that's a wide gap. There is a trail, an obvious super alloy in it, so I guess this is the place they're trying to encourage us to go across. And about that elevation looks good, but obviously I need to go off to the side a little bit. Alright, and that was enough to make it across. So will they let me pick this up? How about if I take this one up? No, it looks like it's another teaser that needs to be fixed. Programming is not working quite right. Alright, so wow, got some really long distance to go here, but they obviously put that up there for a reason. Huh. Alright, so hopefully you've brought a ton of ore with you, or I should say iron, because you're gonna need it to do this. Hey, wait a minute, I haven't constructed anything there. How come you're rusty? A little problem with the programming. Alright, we're over here now. No super alloy. Yeah, I don't think I'll find any super alloy over there either. And this looks like the crossover point. But that's turned kind of funny on its side, isn't it? Okay, let's see about going across right here. In fact, that just one will be enough, won't it? Well, let's see. We can get across here. Just walk on this. But is there an advantage to doing that? We'll use a jetpack to get over here. I'm not seeing any advantage to coming over here to this one. Well, you can see that there's a crashed starship. And they got all these curved pieces. Huh. What kind of starship would have all those curved pieces? The beginnings of a warp gate, maybe? So we'll jetpack over. Might as well keep going here. Oh, that's one tall tree. I wouldn't expect to find anything in that tree, though. I wonder if we're supposed to be able to climb that all the way up to the top. There might be a crate over there. See, I could do a lot of backtracking, couldn't I? But this one's got my curiosity. Is there something over here? Looks like I'm gonna need another piece or two. Yeah, one more, I think. Does it offer the climb option? No, it does not. So I guess, whoops, wrong key. I would just want to keep going across here. No climb option? Nope, no climb option. Darn, I keep doing it, hitting the wrong key. Well, that is definitely one tall tree. But I don't think it serves a purpose other than decoration. And one more. Okay, and it looks like there's something over there maybe? There's a hint of blue, but I don't see anything actually. Well, those are some high-flying butterflies. Just got a reflection of blue off of something down there? I don't see it. I don't think most players would be able to carry that much iron with them to go all the way across there. That's a huge gap. Yeah, that's a pretty big gap too. So let's put it down right in here. A little bit more, like about so, I think. Let's see. Well, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We gotta go across there somehow. Guess we could backtrack a little bit. Let's see. It would be kind of a straight shot from here, wouldn't it? Yeah, it looks like a pretty much a straight shot. And then we should be able to link up to those we've already got there. Huh, it didn't link up square, did it? Oh well, we're here. How about this time around? Can I pick up the super alloy this time? Nope, don't look like it. Hop over. And how about this time? Nope. So we'll just use our natural bridge already provided. There's another super alloys. Nope. Maybe they didn't expect anybody to come up here, but they couldn't resist putting some super alloy up here and these beams. Registration's a little bit of a problem. That one's just sitting there floating. Let's try one more time with this one here. Oh, that one, we were able to pick that one up. Maybe we just missed it the last time. And then we'll go over here and we'll put some more of this super alloy in here, since we don't really need to keep it for any reason. Organize things a bit. Oh, they've already taken off with everything else we had in here. Yeah, I don't remember setting up storage for this, so this might never get collected. The super alloy will not be taken until there's a use for it. And that might take a while, because I don't remember setting up anything to use that super alloy as much. Later on, of course, I'll probably use the heck out of it. And it'll be sitting there waiting to be picked up. Alright. Oh, that's right, I wanted to get to that crate over there, didn't I? So we need to find as narrow a gap as possible, because most people cannot carry this much of this iron with them. So I guess we want to go across right here. So I might as well start. There we go, we'll link up there. And we made it. And we have another hanging branch that doesn't seem to go anywhere. So we'd want to, yeah, we didn't want to go across here. I don't see anything over there. Yeah, let's go across right here. Maybe a little bit more over. There we go. That looks a little better. Oh, looks like we're going to be a little bit on the low side, doesn't it? Yeah. So we'll just have to hop up there. And we've got another huge tree that does not give us the climb option. Well, that's kind of making that corner not very useful to us, huh? So we might have to get off of this. You can't rotate these. You have to just find one you like. There we go. That almost looks like a straight shot. So you'd probably want to use that storage crate we put there and come up and down here a couple times building, bringing with you a whole bunch of iron, because there is no way you'd be able to do all this bridging that I'm doing unless you left this area and returned a couple of times. So it's not, oh, it's just a butterfly. But these bridges will be permanent unless for some reason I decide to take them down. Alright, can we put a bridge straight across here? No, we're gonna have to go over here to the side, I think. Yeah, like something like that there. There we go. Then we just hop up here. And let's see. Oh, got some decent stuff. I don't like leaving those up, because if I see them again, I'll think I need to go to them and check them out. And the fact is, I'd already emptied them. And in a normal game, you do get a bit in the way of resources back. Usually for those blue crates, you get some iron. Alright, so can we grab this one? Yep. Okay, what else? What else? What else? I guess you're trying to encourage us to, with the jetpack, to go ahead and fly down there and investigate. Depending on what's under you determines how high you go up, as well as which jetpack you have. The newer the jetpack, the higher you can fly. So we'll fly right off here. Now when we get this far, we need to point up like this. Okay, now they're not going to let me claim that, are they? No, they're not. But I could drop right down inside here. No, I can't. They've got a glass there. I think I could land on that and then get inside, but then again, it would probably make more sense to find the front door, so to speak. And I've already been in here once. You can't tell because I put this bridge here thing. And let's see, did we already clean this out, or? Oh no, we didn't. Oh, that looks familiar. I think I've already got that one, but we'll take it anyway. I might as well go ahead and clean these out. The game's not going to let me keep the circuit boards anyway, because I actually don't even have to make them. I could just build anything I want to that needs a circuit board and pretend I crafted it in normal fashion. So that was pretty much it. And then we have the ability to go across these bridges like before. And I can't get into these. There's nothing in there. So I guess that's it. Now normally what I do when I clean out a structure like this is I go ahead and I drop a flare. And I would drop it right there. Now it dropped as yellow, but that's not the color I usually use. I usually use a red, saying, hey, you don't need to go back in here, it's done. And another way or entrance I might use in the future would be right about here. But I would have to drop the flare not where we've got all these holes, but right here by the door. So I want to aim right down. You see where where I'm aiming? And it's going to remember the color. Uh-oh, what did it do with the flare? Well, that might still be useful enough if I happen to forget that I've been over here. And of course, the reason why you come over here and go through all these ledges is because you're after super alloy. And if we want to, we would slide down that to get down there, but since we've got a jetpack, we could just fly down there. And we can fly around here like so. As long as we don't get too far away from these ledges, we'll survive and not fall down. See how much faster everything is this way? But here's a natural way to get down. That wasn't super alloy, was it? No, it's iron. Alright, so then we would fly down here. This is a maze area. And we would look for any crates or unusual resources. Alright, we've been all the way around, I think. What's that right there? Oh, it's a panel. A solar panel. Now this is already filled in with water, so there might be some crates down here that we didn't pick up while it was still dry. And you want to poke your head up every once in a while and check out. See if there's any crates laying around that you didn't see before. Because if you have noticed and you're watching all through these videos, I didn't mess with this very much. It's kind of interesting. It's the way they laid this maze out. It's kind of interesting though. See, we're right back to the spaceship. We just went around in a complete circle and it wasn't obvious. Of course, if you follow up these ramps, then you'll end up back here on the top where we started to pick up super alloy way back when. And then we get back to ground level if we want to, where we've got all these trees planted in the middle of the night. It's not so easy to see where you're at. Now we went through all this area pretty thoroughly while it was still dry, before the rain started and the water collecting. So I don't think we're going to find too much. And oh, I didn't mark this, did I? Usually I put a flare right in here. Saying there's no need to go back in there. We have gotten all the stuff. But I don't remember if I did that one or not fully. I think I left behind some of those refrigerator sized computer cabinets that provide circuit boards in a normal gameplay mode. So let's give it a view. Look at me. Yeah, we've got a recharge shelter right there for recharging our oxygen and stuff, and we got to go in through here, right about here. Then we got to head to the left so we don't get stuck. Let's just double check, make sure we've been in through here. Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Nothing in the cabinets. Well, I've got a couple of those already, but we'll grab them anyway. We don't really have anything else to do with them. And we've got all the seed packets out of there. We've already emptied out all the crates and removed them from view. We can't grab any of these bunk beds or anything, so, or these wash stations in this one. Now later on when we're in other crafts that we find, yeah, there was some lockers in there. We already cleaned those out. Yeah, we've cleaned this all out. So this is a completed area. So when we get back to, we would go ahead and drop us a flare. We want to remind ourselves that we've finished this. There's no need to do it again. And same thing up here. Nah, probably fall through there. So let's put it right about here somewhere. There we go. And they won't even let us remove that one. Okay, so this whole branch, this side is finished. There's no need to go back on that side anymore. And let's see, let's do this side here. Can't collect that. Oh, we didn't collect these, did we? In a normal game, of course, you'd want to once you got a T2 or better deconstruction tool. I wonder, that door looks kind of cockeyed. No, it looks okay now. Look kind of cockeyed. Wait a minute, it said deconstruct. So what the heck are we deconstructing? Can't deconstruct, there's something inside. Does this thing have a nuclear reactor in it? Or some other kind of fusion reactor? Because if it does, that might open up. Alright, we've got all that emptied. And we've got everything out of here. I guess we have to go upstairs to find a fusion reactor. Yep, there it is. So how many does it take? It just takes one? Yeah, we need to go ahead and take all these up. Alright, so we need to come back here with a fusion reactor. In a normal gameplay, we had just picked up a whole bunch of circuit boards. So sometimes what I like to do, especially if it's a bigger one, ooh, that one's got holes in it, that might not work out for me, is I like to drop one of these, and instead of leaving it red, I'll change the color to yellow to tell me that there's a nuclear reactor up there that needs a power cell. Let's see, I've already looked through here again. Yep, we're done. Alright, so now you have to remember how you got in here and how to get back out. But you can use the fusion, the fuses, which they call flares. They're kind of like the light sticks that you break, shake up, and then they glow. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back and get ourselves an energy cylinder since we've been making those. And we have a bunch of them. And we've got these little recharge pods all over the place. Recharge the oxygen. And we can use them as landmarks on how to get back to the main base. Of course, the other choice I could have used was just to put a teleporter. Of course, we may not need to go back there for any reason I can think of right offhand. But let's turn off our light and let's transfer a lot of stuff that we don't need to take with us again. No, I'm trying to take those. In fact, I should be dropping those along the ways here. Boy, they're grabbing this stuff as fast as I can throw it in there. Well, I don't think I have a storage place for those. But they're grabbing just about everything else, aren't they? Well, while we're at it, let's look what these blueprints open up. Might be something interesting, since that's a primary way the game unlocks stuff for you. Oh, the spacesuit display. Okay. We've already got one up. And a T3 jetpack, and I think we're already up to T3, aren't we? Jetpack. No, we've got the T2. So now we can do the T3. But I don't think they provide a T3 through here, do they? In fact, I don't see any jetpacks in there. So let's see. Shake my memory. Shake my memory. Where did I put that? Advanced crafting station. I haven't got everything rearranged. I did decide to go ahead and do me a bedroom, even though I did a lot of stuff that if you were playing the real game instead of the simulated game. There's the 2, so now we can do the 3. Yeah, and we have all those materials, so it's not like we're cheating technically. Alright, now there's another way down from up here, isn't there? Maybe not. Wait a minute, there's right there. Yeah, right there. Okay. Now we've already done all of the blueprints, so we probably should get us some more of those flares, and the drone should keep this full for me. I'm going to add a few more, and they're bringing them in just as fast as I take them out. They replace them. Now, since I've got so many of those space food packs, I'm gonna go ahead and deep six some of those, put them in here. I was just carrying those around for simulation. Anyway, alright, now I want to get the charge, the cylinders that help us get more stuff opened up right there. I only needed one, so we'll just take one. Well, no, I better take another one, because we'll probably go to the next space wreck we can get to. And we would basically be flying not exactly straight. We'd have to bear to the left until we find those pillars that look like they got rocks stocked up on them to indicate a cross. Because they would point the way to another wreck. Okay, and we can go in right here, then cut off to the left so we don't get stuck. If you do get stuck, just jump, press your space bar, and usually that'll take care of the problem. If you really get stuck and the space bar is not working for you, then you want to press F4. Okay, there's our indicator. We need to go up here, and there she is, and we put in one cell and wait for the arrow to chase its tail all the way around. And of course, that'll lock it in too. Okay, so now we've restored power, and now we're looking for portals that'll open up, and there we go. We've got this one that opened up, and now we got some more. Oh, whenever you see Terra tokens, you want to right click with the mouse, because that puts them into your invisible wallet. Boom. Everything else we just transfer over, and then we go ahead and get those out of the way. I gotta empty that before I could destroy it. Oh, nice. Got some pretty useful stuff there. And we got this one opened up. And a vault. Oh, nice. That's some good stuff in here. Oh, I don't have enough space, do I? Alright, let's grab these, organize everything. and then we'll come back. We'll set up a come and get it spot for the drones. Let's see, we've already been through there. To get out, we want to go through here. Of course, you could be dropping flares. I like to use the color blue. That will lead me back to the entrance. But I've been in here so many times, it's not much of a mystery how to get around in here. Okay, so what I was talking about is usually I'll come up to an area that's fairly flat. I don't have to go all the way up there if I don't want to. And I put down a foundation, like so. And then I put a storage unit on it. And I'll put it in the corner. Yeah, it's looking alright. And then I'll start, oh, look at that, let me kept one of them. I must have got that out of a box. Then I'll start transferring all this stuff over here. Now, if I don't have a storage space identified for the items I'm putting in here, they'll never come out of this. So you want to, always put this in a place that you might come back and check on. And since it's more than one thing, we want everything. So if there's a storage space and a demand for these items, the drones will come out here and get them. And until there is a demand for those items, it'll stay right there in that locker. Unless I return and take it back to the home base. Of course, I'm assuming you bought plenty of oxygen, plenty of water and food, and you don't have to go back and grab some more in order to continue taking everything out of here. Okay, there was the reactor room. We've got this one cleared out already. So now you know how you can get stuff out without going all the way back to your base. If you've got drones. If you don't have drones, well, you can still do that. But you might have to return to your base just to get more supplies. Oh, nice. I could definitely use that. Well, I'm going to right click on the Terra tokens first. Put those in my invisible wallet. And I can only see what those items are and how much I've got now. No, they're not going to let me claim this. Eventually we'll come across a remote starship where we can claim that blueprint. Organize it. Do have a blueprint. Doesn't say what it is. Some of the blueprints tell you what they're for. And you will end up collecting duplicates that won't do you any good from time to time. Okay, so we've got, I don't wonder if there's another portal that opened up somewhere. Now I'm just going to leave that flare there because they don't cost much to make. But what I want to look to see if by chance there's another portal that opened up. I don't think there is, but it's worth looking. Oh yeah, here we go. We got another portal. And they're always the round ones. I've never seen a square one open up. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to come back. Well, this is on the basic floor level, so. And I think that was the last portal they've got in here. Yeah, that's the last one. I don't believe there's one on this side at all. I don't remember seeing one on this side, but we'll go downstairs and double check. Yeah, I don't remember seeing a portal down here. So that's pretty much it. No portal. And didn't we just go down this hallway already? No more portals. So that's it. We're definitely finished with this one. Now some of these wrecks, I should warn you, have... no, I can't take that. What they call it, fake walls. They'll usually have lockers or something in front of the fake walls. So you kind of want to check that out. Use your deconstruction tool. Whoops, I need to turn mine off. Alright, so let's start putting this stuff over here. Ooh, there's a nice one. That one we're going to have to take back with us, along with this blueprint, because we don't have a storage place for those. In fact, there's 2 or 3 things we don't have a storage place for. See how the drones are already saying, hey, we're coming, don't take it, let us take it. But I'll take these 2 back. And I don't think I made a storage place for these yet either. These circuit boards. And I don't think I have a storage spot for these either yet. I think I do have a storage spot for those. And that one's probably already full. So they probably won't come get it either. Alright. Now, of course, what we could have done, instead of putting down a locker or foundation of lockers, we could have gone to our inventory. Right click, make sure it turns green, drop it, and then we could have put all that stuff back here. But then we'd have to either drive it back or fly back and recall it. Well, since I'm going back anyway, I'll just demonstrate. Because I want to see what that blueprint is. And I also want to put that fuse in the right spot so that we have more energy. Since energy can be a pickle to try to keep up with if you're expanding your base a lot. Oh, there's another trade rocket returning. Okay, now let's see. That would be right down here where we got power generators. And there we go. We just added a significant amount of energy. We got what we had boosted. Oh, come on, game, quit messing with me. Let me fly. Alright. Let's see what we got now. New blueprint received interior wall. Okay, good. Because we have been already using the interior wall. See, there's one right there. Yeah, that's one right there. We've got a whole bunch of them going across here. Because we've been closing off the entrances. Because we didn't really need them for ways to get around. We need the walls to hang something on it. Oh, I guess I should looked at this before, but look at that. We got 19,341 kilowatts. 0.20. I mean, we got a huge boost. That's why those fuses are so important. It prevents you from having to build more machines. Now what we could do as a demonstration is we'll take that one out of here and then we'll go look at what our energy level is then. $1,521. So that was a monster jump in energy level. Alright, let's put this back in there. See, I don't think it actually tells you what your new. But anyway, the power multiplier for each generator is 150%, and we've got is it 8 of them there? Yeah, we've got 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we got 9 of them. But it will only do 8 of them if I remember right. One of them is not going to get turned green. Can you read that down there? Maybe I could move it around. See right there, it says it will optimize 8 machines. It'll give it a boost, a tremendous boost. Okay, what was the other thing I was going to talk to you about or show you? Oh dear, we've gone over an hour, but I was figured we would do that, so I'm not going to worry about it. We could go to the next one. Now the next one, for all intents and purposes, since we cannot make explosives yet, that has not unlocked. In this, if we stick with the concept of making a simulation and not doing something until it unlocks whenever possible, even though I mess up every once in a while and I jump ahead. Oh yeah, I need to drop a flare here. We've already done this. We've been in there and taken everything out of there. So let's drop one, make sure it's red. Come on, give me the option to change the color. Oh darn. I'm not getting it. Look at that. It's too close. So let me drop another one a little bit further away. Now can I change this? There it is. And I want it to glow red to indicate there's nothing more I could do there. Now what I could do is deconstruct that one. And let's see, does it put the... No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Since this is not a normal game type, it doesn't give me back the supplies. Oh, one thing I didn't show you is that there is a way to get up into the control room, I guess you'd call it. You see that vine right there? Get close enough to it and it'll say climb. Left click, boom, we're inside. And there's only one thing you can do in there, and that's right here. Go down these stairs. Oh, I've already stripped it. There's a locker in here. First level locker, and there's some goodies in there. I've already stripped it out, so yeah, there's nothing in there for now, I guess. And then you come back over here to this and you climb back down, and you've gone through the broken window that the vine provided access to. Now these I do want to collect, but I don't think I can collect any of these right now. Well, I might have to do the remote thing. Alright, so let's go, we want to go back to the mountain sides here. And we want to follow those. And there's where the super alloy is. And that's a true cave, a one way in, one way out. And you want to... You see the arches over there? And I think we've already cleaned this one out, haven't we? Yeah, we've already cleaned it out. Alright, so now you want to look over here to your left. Now you see these little pillars? It's got like little crosses on top of them, stacked up rocks. That's to indicate to you, because that's a unique formation of stone, that there's something over here. There's an archway, another indication that there's something over here. There's another one of those. And there's one over here in case you come from this direction. And there's one over there. In fact, there's a box over here we haven't emptied yet. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, right click whenever you see Terra tokens. Alright, now let's get back on the trail here. And the trees are probably hiding it, but there should be another one of those rock stacks. It was like a cross top. Yeah, there we go, right there. You just follow those right over here to here. Now, I've already been here, and I even put a teleporter plus a power station. Now, this power station will never get boosted unless I take it down and move it closer and then install an optimizer. Now, this is a little tricky. You have to remember how you got in and out here. And the best way to do that is with flares. Now, I want to change the color. And usually when I'm inside, I change it to like a light blue or aqua blue or something like that. That tells me this is the way out. Now, this one's a little weird. It's got all these. They won't let you pick these up. You can't reclaim them. But because they want you to use them as ways of looking around. See there? It won't let me claim any of these. But sometimes if you get close enough, you can actually pick up something. Like, see right there? It's a fake door. Okay, now we turn that off. And get real close and see if by chance it lets you get something. Deconstruct. Whoa. Deconstruct a T3 heater. That must be down below us, because I don't see a T3 heater. Alright, let's turn this off, get in this box. Oh, right click. Transfer everything over. Deconstruct. Now I'm going to leave deconstruct on and see if there's anything else comes up. No, I guess not. But apparently there's something under us. Is it another fake wall? See, there's another deconstruct T3 heater. Aha! And there's another one. So that's had a fake entrance on it also. But none of these are fake doors. And nope, I guess that's all the doors. Alright, we got some suits in there? Yeah, we do. Let's take those. Now, is that a fake door by chance? No? There's our stick to remind us we have to go out this way. Alright, let's look to see if there's any more. Oh, wait a minute. I saw something pop up. Well, I don't see it now. Oh, there was something again. Deconstruct T2 solar panel. Okay, there's something inside. Deconstruct solar panel. So that would suggest there's a fake wall over here somewhere. Well, I'm not finding it. Okay, well, let's go to the next level up then. You have to jump a lot of times. And we're going to leave our deconstruct tool ready to do business. Okay, turn it off now and take all these things. Right click. Oh, I don't have enough space. So let's organize it. And I'm going to leave these two behind because these are more valuable. And if I don't come back and get these, I won't care. Alright, let's do the deconstruct tool thing again. We can't do anything about these. These are supposed to be guns. Some kind of a rail gun, I think. There's our indicator. That's the way to get in and out. Well, looks like a solar panel that's not quite where it's supposed to be. I see my trade rockets are staying busy. So I guess I need to get upstairs again. Now I've got a jetpack, so I can just fly up there. That's the one we were just in. And since I'm full, I probably should go out and set up another, or I could just teleport back real quick, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the normal thing. Okay, we need a foundation first, and it doesn't need to be all that high above the ground. And jump up there and put us in a storage locker. That should be enough. That looks pretty good. Now put all the stuff in there that I want the drones to come and grab. The spacesuits, we don't really have a storage space for those, so they probably never will take those. But we got to remember we need to change that to a 4 and everything. Okay, now we go back in and see what else we can find. Let's see, I don't think I finished up over here, did I? You kind of have to hop up here. Alright, deconstruct tool activated. Nothing. And let's see, yeah, I might as well finish this up. They won't let me deconstruct anything off of these. Alright, we've already been down there once. So let's go back, deconstruct to activated. See if we can find anything else. Can't get anything out of here. No, guess not. They won't let me deconstruct these either. Nope. Okay, deconstruct tool activated. Ah, here we go. And probably another blueprint. Outstanding. Deconstruct. Ooh. Okay, we may not. Nah, we can't get anything out of these. And I don't see any indication there's anything else in there for us. Okay, deconstruct tool, looking for fake walls. No, I guess not. We've already looked in there a couple of different ways. We've already got everything out of there. I'm not seeing anything back there anywhere. No fake walls. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that just might be it. Whoops, no it isn't, we found one. Okay, there we go. Deconstruct. Let's leave the deconstruct on just in case one of these is fake walls. It's kind of a habit you have to get into, okay. Oh, more suits, nice. Too bad we can't grab one of these lockers. Open, yeah, just let's open it. That's all that we can do with it. And there doesn't seem to be any false walls that we could take, or anything else that we can take? No, I guess not. Oh, here we go. We found something. Some more Terra tokens. Okay, any false walls? Oh, there's something. Deconstruct storage crate. Can't, there's something in it. So that means there's another storage crate under us somewhere. Oh dear. That would suggest it's back in there somewhere. We can't get to it. Well, that's dirty sneaky. Yeah, it'd have to be down there somewhere. Yeah, we don't seem to be able to get to it. Something keeps popping up, but I can't seem to catch it. Deconstruct storage crate, but we can't because there's something in it. And we can't go any higher, and it indicates it's over here somewhere. So maybe if we go this way, double check this for false walls. Open, we were opened up. I am not able to find it. Unless maybe we go this way. I think we found it. There it is. Oh dear, and we're full already. Yeah, we can't take anything else. Let's see. So how can I mark this so I can find my way back here? I'll tell you what, let's drop a flare right here. And blue's a good color. So if I can find my way back to that after I unload, then I'll be in business. Let's see, where is the entrance? Do I have to go around some? I might have to go around some stuff. Well, we're up at the ceiling now. There's, oh, that's the one we just dropped in. Yeah, that's the one we just dropped. How about right over here? Yep, there it is, right over there. Alright, let's see. Can we put all this over there? I didn't put any flares over there, did I? Oh, they're already on their way to pick up these. They gotta... We're making rocket engines. That's why those are in high demand, I guess. Alright, well, we need another one. So let's go ahead and put another one up. There we go. And then we want to, don't forget to set it up like you did any other one you want them to focus on emptying. Alright, now let's get back in there and see if we can get back to those crates and blueprint. Alright, now we had to go over top. I think it was this one over here, wasn't it? Yep, it sure was. There's our indicator. Get to these barrels. Then jump up. There we go. Guess another blueprint. Okay, so we might as well go ahead and deconstruct that. Now let's put on our deconstruction tool and scout around with it and see if by chance we can find a false wall somewhere. You gotta get pretty close to stuff and hesitate for a little bit. And we've already took all the spacesuits out of there. There doesn't seem to be anything we can deconstruct to gain access to another one of these storage crates. You know what, I'm thinking that's it. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be it. And we've already checked over those 2 or 3 times, so we might as well go ahead and deconstruct and call it quits. Now I'm going to use the teleporter this time since I've got one here, because I want to rush back and check on these blueprints. We might as well take these with us because we don't have any sort of indication where those can be stored. And they've already emptied this one out, so we might as well take it down. And I'm going to go ahead and take this down too, because I want to put that back up at the headquarters area. Alright, let's go look and see what we have in the way of blueprints. We got a construction menu filter. Oh, that's if you don't want to construct any more of the first level stuff. You could turn that filter on and your menu for constructing stuff will automatically eliminate them from your choices. Vehicle inventory. Ooh, okay, I definitely want to do that. And GPS for satellite. Nice. So let's see, we've got we could do some of those, but I think we need to put them in a different location before we put any more suits on them. We have to go up to the bedroom, don't we? Because that's where we had the locker for suits. And the bedroom is... there it is. There's the back walls. And we have a door that's over here. And there's the spacesuit locker. So we'll grab all these spacesuits and put it in there for now, even though most of them are repeats. Okay. Well, let's go out this way this time. See, I got my pole lamps in the corner there. And we have another way to get downstairs from here, I think. Yeah, right there. And that comes out right here at the desk. Alright, let's go to our miscellaneous lockers and put all this stuff in here that we're not going to take with us again. And it'll stay put in there for however long it takes me to advance the game. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, we want to do the GPS 4 rocket. and we wanted to increase the inventory on our rover. Okay, so GPS 4, 2, 3, 4. And of course you'd have to bring the rocket engines and everything. All the stuff that they show in the inventory right there. 2 circuit boards, rocket, 2 super alloy rods, and a microchip for a compass. Alright, so we're done here. Now we need to get down here to where the, there it is. And then we gotta get over here and find the, there's the one. But we have to have 2 of these to make one of those. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to release our wagon. Uh-oh. I didn't recall it, did I? It's not in my inventory, so it's recall time. Alright, then we have to get that. See, did I put something back here? No, I didn't. I just dumped it and I was going to use it, but didn't use it. Alright, now first I gotta do is get the one for inventory increase right there. Get that out of there. And then come over here and make another one. T1 inventory increase. There it is. Now use both of them to do the T2 inventory increase and see what we need besides those double T1s. We gotta have the fabric and the osmium. Okay, so now that means we gotta put that back in here. And now when we look at the back of our, see there, we got 2 more bumps. And then when we look, we got all this extra space. Now it's safe for me to go ahead and put it back in my pocket, so to speak. A pocket of my inventory. Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to put another one right here. Oops, wrong one. Wrong key. There it is right there. Remember we took it down? I've got some others spread about, which means eventually we're going to need another one of these optimizers. But this one's still missing a fuse. Alright, now that we've been collecting all those Terra tokens from different places. Uh-oh. We don't have a rocket back yet. And it looks like there's one coming back right now. So I could go ahead and demonstrate that. And which landing pad is it going to? Alright. Let's take this one off of automatic launch when full. There we go. Switch it back over. They'll go ahead and they'll fill it. But we want to mess with this here. We now have 23. Ooh. Alright, what kind of fuses can I buy with 23? I don't think I could buy any. I have to have a minimum of 25, don't I? No, wait a minute. I'm looking at wrong. 2 zeros and then 25. Oh yeah, I've got enough. I've got enough. Alright, pressure, yeah, I want one of those. And heat, yeah, I need another one of those. And let's see, that's 50. 3 zeros and a 5. So we still got some that we can spend. Plant multiplier, oxygen multiplier. No, I want the power multiplier. Oh, I never did pay for that, did I? Well, I've already paid for it once before, so I'm not going to do it again. Rounded living compartment. Okay, I've already bought that once before. Where's the power fuse? Energy, there it is. Ooh, 60,000. Oh, I made it. I definitely made it. Okay, so now we have more stuff that we can buy and sell now. And it looks like I did not go into the red yet, but I did spend a bunch of what I got. This is the most Terra tokens I've ever traded for. Alright, so then we come back over here and we change this to enable. But I don't have anything to stick in there, so I'll tell you what, I'm kind of in a hurry, because when it comes back the next time, it will automatically come off of automatic launch. And I'll just go ahead and launch it right now. Okay. So now we're going to get some more fuses that we can put in and activate. So I don't actually have to build any machines, because those fuses with that T2 optimizer has going to be a huge advantage. Now you could, of course, build more devices for pressure and heat and whatnot, and more of this kind of stuff for oxygen and more of this for power. But keeping up with power can be a real nuisance. It's not that hard to run out of kilowatts. Now I had double rows of the tall solar panels. I had a single row of the short ones. I had the ones that come before this. I had a bunch of those laying out here. I think it was, what was it, 8 of them I think, and I've taken all that down. I had more of these spread around, but I took them down too because they don't provide much. But I use them as a visual aid. As long as they're turning, I know that I've got enough kilowatts. So if I somehow miss all the clues on you know, the fact that I'm out of power again, even though the game keeps reminding you that you got low power, to suggest you don't have enough, you're not generating enough kilowatts to power up all of your machines. Okay, what do you think? Is that enough of a briefing for now? And how to, if you carry plenty of extra water and oxygen and food, how you can stay put until you finish the job of looting, emptying out, pillaging a place where you can pick up stuff. And I went ahead and put all the trees out, even though you couldn't do that yourself because you don't have all the options open. But there's the one they call the mushroom tree, and there is a place where you can go underground and you can find a bunch of those, and they have a very special purpose, that particular location. Plus, if you remember, there's a very special location where we're collecting the super alloy. It's sometimes a little hard to remember all that because you discover it in very early in the game, but you don't get to do anything with it until very late in the game if you choose to do something with it. But I thought I'd bring it back to your memory just in case you've been watching all of these. There's a lot of interesting stuff in this game, but you gotta have a really good memory to keep up with all of it. Okay, let's go ahead and get back in here, look at our board again, see if we've unlocked anything else. Oh yeah, we can start making pulsar quartz. We can start making circuit boards. Well, we already had that unlocked. And we haven't put up a T1 aquarium yet. But that's assuming we can make fish eggs. And we don't have this open up, so don't think they're going to be doing too much with fish eggs just yet. And how about over here? No. Oh yeah, the T2 gas extractor. Let's go ahead and do that before we call it good. Of course, you'd want to look to see what materials you need. And I'm going to go ahead and put the gas extractor fairly close. Let's find a spot that we probably won't use for anything else. Yeah, somewhere over here. I'll just put it right here in the corner, I think. Alright, now to make the T2 gas extractor, you have to have super alloy twice, circuit board, zeolite twice, and a iridium rod. And you want to put up 3 of these. You can put them up on the, or you can put them down in the ground, as long as you're not too close to the rocks. Okay, that's as close as I get. So there's 1. There's 2. And we'll put the other one. How close can I get to the rock? That's it. I guess that's it right there. Now there's 3 gases. One of them is oxygen. And you get to select it. And then you got this one. And you could do methane, which you will need. And you also need nitrogen. Now in each case you have to tell the drones to come get it. So remember, it's supply, and then you got to find nitrogen. There it is right there. I leave it on just about everything on normal priority. There's only a few things that I'll change. Okay, now this time we're doing the methane is being supplied. And then the one that you probably would have wished you could have done a long time ago. Oxygen. Quite a few cells there. So as long as you got all this set up right, and you have somewhere for it to be stored, that's the key. You got to have somewhere where it can be stored. They'll gather it out there, and they'll keep gathering it out there as long as the storage has space left in it. Alrighty. By the way, what are they putting in here? Oh, silkworm. That would suggest that my storage for all that stuff is getting full. Yep, I've probably got a lot of duplicates. Let's one more thing before we go here. Let's get up here. Dang it. Come on, get up there. There we go. Alright, let's see. What would be the quickest way to get there? This might be pretty quick. Yeah, this way. Oh my, we are definitely full. We have a lot of duplicates. So you know what I'm going to do? Since I can use these later, I'm going to say butterfly larva and just do another one. And I'm not going to worry about sorting them out or anything. So I'll click here and demand, and then I'm going to hold down the control key like I did before, find all the larvae and click on every last one of them. Just like I did before. Some of these you may not even get lucky enough to have any come up. Okay, there we go. So now when we look here, we've got every last one of them, starting with the common one, the B, and all the way through. And that's what'll start showing up in here. See, here comes one already. They'll fill this one up, and now I have a choice. I can say, okay, I've got plenty of bee larvae, and I only need one of these because they're not very high percentage anyway. And same thing here, just need one. Same thing. Knock it all back down to one of each, especially if they're low percentage advantage. Now I don't need a whole lot of common ones, so I'll take the rest of them out of here. Oh, I can't, my inventory's full. But anyway, that's what I do. Now, the only ones I don't usually get rid of is these. But since the game allowed me to put in just, geez, I don't know, how many have I got? If I got a dozen? Let's get back down there and take a look. I think I'm going the right way. Uh-oh. I didn't. I'm trying to get to the butterfly thing. It's oh, that's right. It's on the second floor now. So I need to go back up to the second floor. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, wait a minute. There's something else I want to show you. See right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that helps me keep up with fabric production real good. Alright, now I need to go back up to the second floor and find the butterfly. No, this is tree. It's not butterfly. Here we go, we moved it up here. And I decided to leave these two in there because he had 1400%, 1500%. That's the golden. Anything golden, fish, butterflies, frogs, got a very high multiplier percentage. So my last chore before I call this good is to get back down to the lower level. Get outside to, well, I could go this way, couldn't I? If I remember, I put a door back here. And jetpack my way down to the shredder. And I gotta be careful. I can't use this because it'll take care of my flares too. Just start clicking until they're all in there. Because it automatic empty has been enabled. And I have some more of these. I've got some of these out where we got our ore extractors so that the drones don't have to go very far to get rid of the excess basic ores that will clog up the ore extractor if we don't do it that way. And all of those larvae are coming from these things. So when they get full, and of course we identified all of them, then they have a storage place to go. The T2 storage. See there, the drone's coming to get that one. And he'll take it and put it in the one of those two places we got identified for butterfly. Now I did say, yeah, okay, I got this in the supply. Alrighty. So what do you think? Is that a pretty good show and tell? Okay, well, there you go. There's the basic layout. And there's many different ways you can do it. And I don't have all the building options unlocked yet, so I'm pretending I'm playing or simulating. I'm playing a normal game, so I'm trying not to build anything until it's unlocked. And as you can see, the drones are staying busy. Okay, we're gonna call this good. And we've played for let's see, 135. And it's almost 3:30. So, geez, this is what, almost 3 hours. Well, we did cover a lot of ground, so let's go ahead and hit the old escape key, save it, exit the main menu, and as usual, be well until next time.